Nuclear missile ready.
Yo, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Alpha Pro Series number. I don't remember what number it is. 100 and something.
103, I think, or 4
Yeah.
maybe.
It's 100 and something. How's everyone doing? My name is Grant. I'm joined here by Kozan. I made his Twitter really big on the stream because I couldn't be bothered to change overlays. So his Twitter's really big, @reallykozan. Follow him. We are here to cast Astrea versus Goblin. We're already in game 1 because I was dicking about telling stories. So I'm going to change the scene. And everything's going to work. Everything's not going to work.
We were having a good time.
Why is that image out of place? Right. We're fixing things. Introduce players.
Introducing players. You want me to start in the bottom right corner of the map? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a lightish bluish, tealish type of color. I always get confused by this one. Anyway, he's the Protoss player. His name is Goblin.
Yay. I don't have the right overlays.
Not to be confused by EG Disruptor, who...
Yeah, he's playing on a silly name.
Yeah.
I'll proper mess everything up, so... because we swapped from EU to NA 100 times. Thanks, Goblin and Astrea. So we don't have WCS for this game, but we will for the next game.
Makes sense.
Why do you have to do this for me? Game heart. Game heart. Okay, right. Doesn't matter. We'll wing it. Okay, and in the top left, playing for Alpha X. He's the hometown hero in this show match. The red Protoss player from NA is Astrea. Right. Let me check my sound. Kozan, talk.
I'm talking about the game. We can see that very standard things are happening.
Yeah,
and,
double gate. Yeah, okay.
Gases have been taken double gateways. Nothing interesting, really. Well, I guess Goblin is sending a probe, a little probie to the top right corner of the map. He's either looking for proxies or is looking for a good place to proxy. Either one. That's pretty much the most interesting thing that's going on right now.
So yeah, we can see Goblin is starting to shark around with this probe. I did tell him to proxy every game, so hopefully he does it.
Really? Oh man. Are you hoping for a quick series then? Is that it?
No, I just think PvP is way better when you proxy. Oh, Astrea is still in Korea. I did not know that. That's lit.
Yeah, that's probably why they were jumping around between NA and EU.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was just kind of curious, because if they were both in NA, like, why would they try to go to EU?
Well, Goblin's in EU.
All right, of course.
Yeah,
well, that's why you're here. That's why you're here, Grant.
These players are
the
going
real
to...
knowledge, slamming it down. I don't know where I got that mind fragment from. Anyway, I don't know either.
So Astrea goes in, he sees that one of the pylons is out of position, or it wasn't done, or something like that, and he immediately knows he is up against something a little bit cheeky. Goblin has hidden a proxy Stargate in the best possible location on this map. It's so ridiculously close, but it's also not scouted that often. Astrea is actually going to catch a couple of Goblins Adepts, give him a bit of a slap, takes the better of the trade. 2 Adepts for Goblin finishing at home, no Kozan, and this should be fine. Yeah, Goblin walls off.
Yeah, juking each other a little bit there in the middle of the map. I liked how Astrea moves his shades to the right side there, making it more difficult for Goblin to figure out where they exactly went. Yeah. But of course, Goblin already completely prepared, having the shield battery in the wall. Gonna be completely fine.
Astrea, knowing his timings, throws down a shield battery in the wall, moves his Stalkers home too. The Oracle, if it was in the natural, would be hitting like right now-ish. Goblin's going to try and hit 2 places at once. Or 2 angles at once, but I don't foresee this doing too well. Astrea scouted everything, he knows. I think this is smart from Goblin, actually, just to take out an Adept instead. Is he going to get it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the best call he could make there, isn't it? Especially with already full... I mean, he probably doesn't know that there's 4 Stalkers there, but, like, after it being scouted...
He saw... nothing moving across the map. He's got these 2 Adepts here, so you can presume there was either Phoenixes or Stalkers or something going on at home. Goblin also managing to kill another Adept in his main mineral line is nice. Yeah, now he goes in, gets some vision, sees what the fudge is going on.
Astrea adding his own Stargate here, that's interesting. You think he's just going to go for Phoenixes straight away, or add his own Oracles? Some Phoenixes would make more sense, right?
Yeah, I definitely think it's probably going to be Phoenixes, Kozan. I would agree with you.
2 hardcasters trying to make predictions. That's always... yeah,
it's always bad. But we were right this time.
Yeah.
Goblin's
High five.
is later. He didn't really get any damage done. He's now going to try and get in, but not going to get anything. So this is a bit annoying. Maybe just take the pylon, Goblin.
Maybe. Yeah, has to do something like that energy, or maybe just keep it around for status traps. Perhaps it's a little bit more difficult, of course. Even Revelations, if he wants to be the aggressor. Yeah, true.
Really nice defensive from Astrea. I've got no game sound on. Now we have this. I'd say it's early. It's really not early.
Sure it is. They don't know. People are watching from America. They have no idea what time it is in Europe.
I don't even know what time it is in Europe.
Or Korea, right? We can say it's like 6 a.m. here.
Korea, it's 8 p.m.
Well, that's why Europe is on the other side of the world from Korea, obviously.
So time zone wise, this is really friendly for both players actually. 8 p.m. for Astrea, who is in Korea, and 2 p.m. for Goblin. Kind of unfriendly for Goblin. He's a proper waste man. He'd probably be asleep usually.
Would he be?
Yeah.
No, better than me. All right. That's a nice... oh boy, there's still 1 Oracle going down, but the other one does get recalled. That's still a reasonable status wall there, delaying this push from Astrea slightly.
Yeah, Goblin needs batteries. He's going to throw 2 down. His blink will not be done by the time the push hits, and this is a pretty hefty army from Astrea here, as we can see. If we look at the units tab, 10 Stalkers to 7, 4 Phoenixes as well, and the 4s... Wow, actually, Goblin might be in big trouble here.
Yeah, it seems very aggressive. behind this Astrea didn't even really make anything else, right? He only has the Stargate, no Robo, no Twilight Council whatsoever, just Phoenixes and Gateway units here.
Goblin trying to buy some time as the batteries finish. One will finish, but the Stalker does go down. Goblin has very little left, and Astrea has a lot. Astrea's going to push in and start to take a pretty decent fight. But look at the supplies. Goblin currently down 14. Forcefield comes down on the ramp. That's very, very annoying. Probes are going to have to fight here, but the battery's making this very, very good for Goblin. Really didn't skimp out on them, and actually I think Goblin's going to hold.
I see, no. I don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Battery's out of energy.
Like, he's losing a lot of probes, that's the first thing, of course, but the Phoenixes, though, they're kind of out of energy, too. I don't know, Grant. I don't know.
I don't know, Kev. Nah, Goblin's dead, those. The Stalkers will not start to fall. The batteries have no energy left, and these Phoenixes, although they're low on energy, they are constantly recharging. Goblin did lose too many probes behind this. You know, you can see the supply, as my good friend Johan Merlo would say. And
he
even
taught you well.
Yeah, he did. Even if Astrea doesn't kill Goblin here, he's got a fully saturated main natural behind this. As soon as Goblin gets any scouting information, he'd probably realise that he is up a creek without a paddle, we say in the UK. I don't really know what it means.
Up a creek without a paddle? Well, I guess that's...
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't say upper creek, we say up
downstream
shit creek.
without a paddle.
I didn't know if I could say shit. Now I've done it, so it's fine. Okay, so Goblin pushes back his opponent for now. If we look at workers, he's down to 33 to the 44 here.
Yeah, that's a terrible position here for Goblin indeed. But I guess Astrea, he did add his robos and also getting his third base now. I don't know. I think Astrea pretty much ahead in most situations, except for like Goblin has Blink, right? Blink, it's a good upgrade, honestly.
Yeah, he has +1 as well. Goblin's +1, finishing in 8, 7, 6. That would be really, really useful. Just taking these more efficient trades. Goblin needs to be very, very cost efficient right now.
Absolutely. Even starting at +2.
He is down over 1k. That's really nice. Instantly starting +2 and maybe throwing Chrono into it. Yeah, he is. Now these Phoenixes, there's no answer. He doesn't have a battery or anything in his main because he's so poor. He's going to try and catch a couple of the Phoenixes with these Blink Stalkers, but I don't know, Kozan. Oh, that works better than I don't know, Grant.
That's a little bit smart of Astrea being lazy with those Phoenixes here, not moving them the regular path backwards to the base. They would have been intercepted there otherwise.
Trying to pretend I'm Mapu and doing fun observing things. So Goblin's army right now, standing army, is just 9 Stalkers and a Sentry. He's up against 2 Immortals, 3 Stalkers, 4 Phoenixes, 4 more gates about to finish charge. I do think, although Goblin has great upgrades, he is in a lot of trouble. He's not going to be able to kill this base. 6 Stalkers here just don't do enough DPS to kill a base.
It's not looking very good for him indeed. Definitely gets a pylon. It's a start, but you know what? He needs so much more to get back into this game. These Immortals just absolutely going to annihilate these Stalkers here. Oh, the Blinks is okay.
It's okay. He trades health for health. With a much lesser army. Goblin added on more gateways, trying to get his Templar archives. Now +2 is going to be here before +1 of Astrea, and maybe if he just finds a sick timing, maybe picks off 2 or 3 of Immortals and Astrea falls asleep. Goblin can take a good fight. He does already have a proxy pylon, which is nice for him.
Perhaps his internet still goes out, you know, you never know.
Yeah, the Korean ping spikes to 20,000.
Yeah. I think that might be the way to go, though, for Goblin, probably, right? Trying to just use that mobility with the Phoenix, or the Stalkers with the Blink. Oh, that is a recall there. I'm not sure if that was the right call, but
yeah,
at least one Stalker.
The quicker army. There's nothing coming at home either, so I'm kind of surprised by that. Goblin's going to try and send out some Zealot counterattacks as well. He does have a Zealot charge finishing in 10 seconds, so that could do... Oh no, he brings it home. Oh, JK. Bloody Leon, out to get me.
Every time. This is why you know, there's this tension between you guys.
You make it sound like it's a sexual thing. I promise it's not. He's too young.
Yeah,
Don't put
that
me
makes
on a
sense.
list. Oh god, Sushi's gonna kick my ass for being annoying. Okay, super serious caster mode. What's happening?
Alright, Astrea back in front of the base of Goblin. Is this the final time he is gonna go in here? And it looks like it might be. There's 2 Archons available with a shield battery, of course. Those cannot be picked up by the Phoenixes. But there's not that much else here available for Goblin. Goblin in a lot of trouble. One more, trying to get one more Harken in here. I don't think it's gonna be enough. The Immortals just wailing away, and it might be very close to GG here, Grant. Although, of course, we do have some Stogs on the opposite side of the map as well. Trying their best to get some sort of damage done here. But 24 probes versus 5 going down only for Goblin. These might be his final moments as he's losing his natural, and then the army of Astrea will march into the main base, and GG is called.
GG, as Tasteless would say. Okay.
GG.
So, I promise you now, guys, that we will be on the right overlays. We swap between EU and NA a lot, and when I swap to NA,
I'm on camera again.
Yeah, you should be. Let me remember to change the scene. Yeah, we will now be on the game heart. Hello! I'm not even wearing glasses, that's why I can't see.
Oh!
That makes a lot of sense. Hey, we can see.
You
Okay,
just
wow.
realised when you saw yourself on the
Yes.
webcam.
I know, I plugged my headset.
Wonderful.
Everything's going really, really well this morning. Faizan,
What's up?
what's your favourite flavour of ice cream?
My favourite flavour? It's a difficult one. I don't know if I... lemon. I like lemon
Alright,
ice cream. That's a pretty good one.
alright, I like it.
How about
I
you?
like it. I like coffee.
Coffee? What? You're crazy, Krant. Absolutely bonkers. Perhaps it's just because I'm not that much into coffee myself.
I don't like drinking coffee, but coffee ice cream is sick.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if I've ever had, actually,
Oh,
ice cream coffee.
So good. It's really common in the UK. I'm going to
Really?
make
Okay.
a note of what maps we've played. So we played...
Like, I know about iced tea, but I don't know about
Yeah, that's
ice
grim. I don't
Is
like
it?
tea,
Yeah.
though. I'm an Englishman who doesn't like tea.
Weird
Have a-
stuff. We're discovering all sorts of things about you now.
I have a Pizza Hut receipt, and I'm making a note of what maps have been played on it. This is professionalism.
Nice, nice. Just because Goblin is asking you to
Pick
to
a map.
the
Alright,
yeah.
I'll just make a map.
Yeah,
Let's
just
play,
come up with something.
Let's hit him with...
Just to annoy Sushi, say scrap station or something like that.
Yeah. I'll say good bloodbath. Okay. We'll just get a new repug. Sure,
New
go.
repugnancy. New proximity. New reproxim. I don't know how to mix those two words together. I'm sure that Goblin will find a way and then teach us.
Yeah, if anyone can do it, it'll be him.
Stop misbehaving, Astrea? What?
He's trying to make Goblin play on the new maps, and that will confuse me even more.
Well, Snoopy said K.
No, that was to new repugnancy.
Oh, well, we don't know. We could just pretend to be.
True.
There's a misunderstanding.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Work it
wait
into
for
our favor.
Goblin to get in. How is Korea? Astrea. Astrea.
And it's so relaxing not having to do much of anything, honestly.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
just sit here, relax, watch the thing. I could even go on your camera.
You could do if you want.
wanted to.
If you
Yeah.
want to see bad observing.
I don't even have to mute the battle booster in the background. That's always just
Oh,
there.
No, I
annoying
just
me.
had bloody Stepman pop up and start screaming at me,
Nice.
wibbling his arms.
It's a long time ago that Statman was a thing.
It just happened to me right then for no reason.
You can change him now. It's
Yeah.
possible.
I could.
If you want to.
Can't be bothered. Okay.
You just like Statman. He's a nice guy, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's alright.
Yeah, that's alright. Does alright for himself.
New repugnancy, and I have the right... Oh, what? This isn't what I've asked for. Oh, well, it will do. Okay.
Woo!
I still use the wrong overlays. I am doing fantastic. WCS is what I want, not game art.
I already went into gamer mode with my neck here.
Oh, yeah? You're off camera, so I can't see it.
Am I? Okay, so I can
Ba-ba-dum.
crumple like the little piece of cardboard I am.
Yeah, feet on the desk. Todd Castle,
Yeah.
feet on the desk. Shoes off. He's awful. I'm just going to
Okay.
send this entire... Alright, okay. I'm going to do the first one. In the top right, playing for Infinity Gaming. He is the Croatian Protoss. He's only 4 years old. It is Goblin. He's not. He's I don't know, 16, 17, something like that.
It's close enough, close enough. In the bottom left side of the map, we have a blue Protoss, a slightly darker shade of blue.
Yeah.
And he is right now in Korea, originally hailing from the United States, of course. So you can vote for him there on the Nation Wars. It is Astrea.
Okay, so we are 1-0 for Astrea. I have twice in a row used the wrong overlays, but that's okay because I'm trying my hardest.
No one's gonna blame you. We're just glad to have you here, Grant. That's all.
This is because the last thing I really cast was Asus in Finland, and we had Trados making all of the maps for us. We had Mapu doing all the observing and Indy. I literally just had to eat cotton candy and chat crap with Todd and the Muslim. It was the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's much harder with the amateuristic things.
Me having to do anything. I don't have the mental capacity to be trusted.
Come on, you're a StarCraft player. You're capable of this, Grant.
That's a strong term for me.
Close enough.
So Goblin is going to proxy once again. It might be a Twilight Council. That's my guess. It could be Stargate.
It could be, right? It's a reasonable position for a Stargate.
It is. What are you going to do, Goblin?
Fingers crossed.
He's got no money.
Just watching him.
He's got enough gas for a Stargate. It's going to be Stargate. Boom, Stargate. Oh, there we go. I was right first of all.
Wow.
I just know how Goblin plays.
Capacity for things. I don't know. I don't know, Grant, making a nice prediction there. I gotta say, now what is he gonna do with the Twilight Council? Is he gonna get Blink, or is he gonna get?
It might be DT. He does it with Blink. Basically, what his plan right now is to fake a proxy Stargate, make his opponent overreact into Stalkers. Then he goes Stalkers as well if he goes Blink, or he goes DTs and relies on the fact that there's no Robo too early. What is Astrea doing? Astrea is getting a Stargate.
Oh my god, did it get scouted? It got scouted.
Yeah, it got scouted.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, so it's not the end of the world. It probably won't die anytime soon.
He can still proxy a Dark Shrine somewhere else on the map, right? He
could. I think he's just going to go for Blink and then tech up at home behind this. He's getting 2 shield batteries. Oh, okay, 1 in the mineral line to stop the Oracle and 1 in the wall, which he should cancel to stop the Adept shading in. The Goblin has to defend this because if it gets unpowered, he has no Blink.
Yeah, that's true.
I think this is going to be just like 3-gate Blink. Yeah.
Could be.
Wait, is it 4-gate Blink? It is 4-gate Blink. Okay. So this is very one base orientated from Goblin. Astrea, for now, I think the best answer to this is either to just hard counter with 2 Oracles, or maybe to go up to Void Rays or something.
He's going across the map with 6 Adepts at this time.
Goblin needs to wall off. He's getting 2 Stalkers at home, but that does not deal with 6 Adepts. Now what he does not. He's going to see this early. Wall off Goblin. Okay, and he does.
Ooh.
So Cybernetics scoring the wall, very nice. I think 6 Adepts kill 2 Stalkers. The Goblin's just buying time.
So does Goblin. He knows. He's running away with them to safety. Yeah.
Kind of surprised that Goblin is coming home here. I think he maybe could have just bought more time and tried to do some damage across the map. Oh, he's waiting for Blink and then he's going to pounce on this army and counter, I guess.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Going to be able to blink away from those projectiles, of course. But it looks like Astrea is aware and he's just going to shade out.
Very nice from Astrea. Good timing, good awareness, knowing that he can't stay too long. But now Goblin's going across the map. Astrea will have 1 Immortal. He made a Stargate and didn't make a single Stargate unit, right?
Ooh. Status what in the main base of... Oh, okay, never mind. It didn't do much. Just two probes. 2 probesies.
That's Astrea. Channeling is in a Korean. They love stasis swords. Now Goblin is moving across the map. Are there batteries here? There are no batteries in the low ground, so I think the natural, cancel straight away. The Goblin is being counter-attacked. He may have to recall here. Does he have any
5 Adepts? Well, he still can wall off completely, right?
Yeah,
I guess he starts the 4 gateways to warp in with as well.
He does wall off immediately. Very nice reaction times here from Croatian. I don't think this is enough to kill this, is it?
Oh, he's coming into the main base here. Goblin right on top of that Immortal. The Immortal, though, just barely manages to micro away
He's going to blink on top of it. Actually, this is really good from Goblin. Goblin picked up the Immortal. He's now going to start picking up a lot of these Stalkers. He does have Blink as well. That cooldown will be coming up in about a second. There we go. And now you can just micro against these probes forever. He's going to kill probably a very healthy chunk. And the Prism ain't going to do much here. I think Astrea maybe did a slight mistake there. Goblin wanted to go for the Prism, but he backed off. Okay, so if we look at work account right now, Goblin is up 8, which is a very good number.
Yeah, especially in this early stage of the game, like 24 versus 16. Are you kidding me? That's massive.
Yeah, I completely agree. And Goblin's going to continue trying to trade cost efficiently with Blink, just do as much damage as he can. Even getting 1 Adapt here is super nice because he is reinforcing heavily. There's 6 more Stalkers moving to this position. Are there batteries? One battery here. The Immortal's not yet done. If Goblin pounces, he could definitely take a great fight here. This is 9 Stalkers against 3. That's 13 Stalkers. There must be something.
Absolute boatloads, and even with the sentry.
Oh, the Prism goes down. And really nice from Goblin as well. He pounced at a time when the shield battery just had a little bit of energy, but before the Immortal came out. So the shield battery uses all of its energy. The Immortal can come in and just be blinked on top of. More and more workers go down. I think Goblin might be in a position to take game 2 and go up to 1-1 here.
Yeah.
Playing
Blinks backwards.
Very safe.
Going to regen his shields first.
Double the work.
Yeah, I think you're right. You should definitely slowly trade upwards here and just, you know.
Goblin's made no big stasis ward.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's annoying, but I don't think at this point it's too important. Oh, blink up and GG. Goblin takes game 2. And I have to remember to change the scene.
Tying up the series.
Yeah.
Goblin, very well played, honestly. That was a good game.
Yeah, definitely. Very aggressive from Goblin. That is where he's best. Like, he's great with Phoenixes as well. We've not yet seen that.
True. Maybe he's just holding back with his ultimate strategy, you know, keeping some surprises for us.
Thunderbird
Could
is
be.
going to be our next map, Mr. Kozan. But first, whilst we have a moment, I do want to talk about one of our sponsors. And that sponsor is going to be GameStop. Now, GameStop has always given power to the players, and now they're bringing it specifically to us, the esports players, which is fantastic. GameStop's new program features coaching and stuff from some of the best and most prominent teams in the world, no matter what game you like. If you like Fortnite and you're 9 years old, or if you like League and you're 12 years old, GameStop are offering you support from some of the absolute best. Check it out via the Matcherino quest, where you can also donate to increase the prize pool of this tournament. And just check out GameStop. They have, you know, more brick and mortar game stores than anyone else on the planet. They kick ass. Thanks, GameStop. We love you.
Show that appreciation, guys.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, very well done.
Okay. Now, hopefully I have the right overlay. Or the right in-game observer mode thing. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm sure you do, Grant. And even if you don't, you know what? We'll talk about it anyway. It's going to be a running gag throughout the series.
Yeah, maybe I'm bad at this.
Oh, wait. That's my bad.
Just checking Discord to make sure I'm not being yelled at. Everyone seems to be good. Close and join the lobby. We are good.
Wait, I don't even have to have my Discord in streamer mode, do I?
No. I can't. I have to use my phone to check Discord because I have you full screen.
Oh, right.
Mess it up otherwise.
It's another thing to pay attention to.
I know.
Oh, it's nice that you took the responsibilities upon your shoulders. I very much appreciate it.
That's cool, man. Give you a nice, relaxing Dutch day.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Netherlands. What's the weather like in the Netherlands?
Right now it's pretty good, honestly. Yesterday was absolutely abysmal with a lot of rain, but you know what? It's kind of similar as the UK, right? Where it can switch on like a dime any seconds, any moments really.
Yeah.
Like it's sunny and then like 2 minutes later it's hailing rain.
When I went to Eindhoven earlier this year, it was like 31 degrees every day. It was incredible.
Ooh, nice,
so
yeah.
All right,
the heat
I've
wave.
sorted my overlay while you filled time. We're so good at this. In the top left, playing for Alpha X, currently in Korea. He is the North American-based Protoss player. It's Astrea.
Whoa! His opponent with a slightly lesser shaded blue in the bottom right side of the map. It's the Protoss player and hailing from Croatia. His name isn't Disruptor, it's Goblin.
Goblin. Leon, I can't say his last name. I'm not even going to pronounce. I'm not even going to attempt it. It's Verozachek or something. I don't know. It's got loads
I'm
of
willing
Z's
to
in
attempt it, but
Who has a
if
Z
you write it,
in their last name?
I'm known as the butcher of names, so
I'm awful at it too.
yeah.
Astraea's is really easy. It's Max
Max Angel.
Yeah, what a sick name.
True. It sounds like one of those, like a movie star in a way. That's
or like a superhero's alter ego.
Yeah. Like a name that you'd expect Superman to have in real life.
Ooh, okay. So we have something a little bit different here. Astrea has already mined out one of his mineral patches, which means he can move across the map much quicker. It also means the scout is earlier. Goblin should notice the scout's earlier and see that he's holding minerals, which a pro player wouldn't usually send a probe that is holding minerals.
True.
So,
that's a good point.
I do it every game, but I'm awful. Now, Goblin
I don't
obviously
pay
has a
attention to
proxy.
things.
He's actually proxy in every game. What's he doing? Now, this one, I think it's going to be a Twilight Council again.
You have a lot of influence on Goblin, it seems. He's actually listening to every proxy, every game.
Yeah. It is a Twilight Council again. Okay, so this is cool. Now, Astrea is going to scout, and once again, Astrea has to presume, if he doesn't see anything, that it's a Stargate or a Robo, and he has to be prepared. 2 Stalkers, I think, kind of give this away. That's an interesting pylon here from Astrea. I guess he wanted to see, okay, so he dropped that pylon so he can see what came out of the gateways, in case he wasn't in position at the right time. That's really, really nice. I like that.
Nice.
Oh, Goblin.
Protoss insights. Oh.
So it's DT
Interesting.
drop?
Could be. It could be.
Yeah, it is.
You think he still gets blink with this? So that would probably be too much of an investment, huh?
Yeah, he's got no gaslit. Okay, so it's DT drop. This is really, really cool. Goblin mixing it up every PvP so far. PvP is obviously a bit of a coin flip. Now, what is the decision that Astrea is taking? Astrea knows there's something up because he saw there was a pylon missing. He hasn't yet thrown down any tech. Is he going to go for the Nexus? Because that's the worst decision he can make right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he is.
Oh, boy. It looks like he's preparing more so for a Oracle to fly in, right? Yeah. Seeing that shield battery in the main base.
That's exactly, as I said, that's what he has to expect. He has to be ready for Proxy Stargate for 1 or 2 Oracles to pop into his main, because that does the most potential damage.
Yeah.
And you have to cut corners to be prepared for other things. Now this is nice. Astrea hid in the I don't know what you call this, in like the bush area where his units can be scouted, and pounced on those 2 adepts. That's
the hidden area.
Super sick.
It's kind of weird though on this map, right? The hidden area isn't like a bush or smoke. It's just
some lights on the ground.
Yeah, it's
surely
light.
That makes your units easier to see, not harder.
Exactly. It's very
odd. Did that probe just see the prism?
No, it did not. Oh,
I
wait,
mean, even if you
prison,
the
maybe.
prism.
Yeah, I think so. It might have. Because he did recall his stuff.
He has nothing to do with DTs, nothing at all. So the DT is going to run in. This one in the natural. Oh my god! If he can catch this prism though, he'd be in such a great spot. Got the DTs, Goblin. Okay, so the DTs do get out though, and there is no answer for these DTs until an Oracle comes out. What that means is Goblin can just expand, or he can go for damage. He's going to try and unpower the Stargate. That's so sick.
That's pretty good, yeah.
And
denying
now there's
that
no
Oracles will be built.
Don't target the Stargate, Goblin. Go for the workers, mate.
There's a shield battery though, right? Like, I'm not sure if the 1DT...
I think it one-shot, so it doesn't matter, right?
Right, you're right, absolutely. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just not a Protoss player.
I definitely am. GG! Astrea dies to the unexpected DTs.
Yay!
That's super sick. Goblin's builds working so well so far in the series.
Yeah. It was really cool too.
Really
like the same kind of opening, the same Twilight Council in the middle of the map, and then just having this other, this other way he could take the builds, and then just going into DTs. It's very nice. He seems like he prepped pretty well for the PvP matchup in the longer series. He's nicely prepared.
Right there with you with that one, Mr. Kozan.
Thank you, bud.
Guys, thank you for joining us today for this Alpha Pro show match. This is number 103-ish. We really appreciate you being here.
I think so. Like the previous one I had was 102, so I'm sure this is 103. I think.
Yeah, that would make sense. That's generally how numbers go.
Yeah, but
guys,
there might have been an NA time zoned one that I missed.
it's possible.
Could be.
What we're going to do, Kozan, while we have a minute, is we're going to run a commercial for one of our other sponsors because it looks like this series could be pretty quick. So stick with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds while these players pick the next map, and I will figure out how to do this.
Very good.
We are
What
back.
up?
Me and Kozan just talking about my relationship with Goblin. So I know Goblin through Euthermal's Discord. Euthermal, why am I being granted? What?
Wait, did I miss the invite for the lobby again? No, okay, I didn't yet.
Pick map? It's Astrea's pick.
Oh my dear lord. Is Astrea asking you as well for
No.
map picks now?
It's my pick? Okay, so what have we had? We've had Cyber Forest, we've had New Repug. Alright, I'm just going to pick maps. New Repug, we've had... That was Thunderbird, wasn't it?
I put a lot of trust into you.
I don't know why. This is Cass. Okay. So we'll do Kairos.
Kairos? Alright.
Yeah.
Can we do Turbo Cruise next?
Yep.
Okay, let's just decide now.
This is Caster Picks Map Edition. These players are cheeky little boys, making me pick the maps. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a mirror matchup. Maps don't matter too much. They're both
Getting
playing
you
the same
involved.
map, doing the same thing.
That's nice, you know, getting you know, used for the series here to your fullest extent. Yeah, making use of your presence. They just like you, Grant. That's why, you know, they want your inputs on things.
I've never met Astrea. Obviously, I've met Goblin multiple times in person, and we play a lot online. We play a lot of PUBG together and things.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
He's so
Well,
good
maybe-
at every game he plays. It's so frustrating.
Really? Okay.
These pro gamers, I know a few, and you just see the difference when it comes to pure talent. Euthermal's
Yeah.
the same. Like, I was playing Apex for a couple of months. He comes and joins, and he's instantly better.
Damn, that's so annoying. Although, to be fair, like I noticed there's a difference between people that have played StarCraft 2 and games like that, and then switching to shooters and stuff. But then if you have a shooter player trying to do
Play
something
StarCraft?
StarCraft 2 related,
No
it
chance.
doesn't work. It doesn't go that way.
No. Okay,
It just
for now,
doesn't.
I'm going to introduce this player. Playing for Alpha X, he is currently in South Korea, practicing his little heart out, but he's not quite practiced enough against the Protoss cheese so far. It is the blue player, hailing from North America. It's Astrea, Max Angel.
In the top left corner of the map, the slightly less shaded blue. Some people call it teal, but I just get confused by it, and I just say whatever. Anyway, he is the Croatian Protoss player. His name is Goblin.
Goblin. Alright,
He...
yeah, here we go. His last name is Vrohavec. Oh, jeez. He's 17.
Can you type it to me?
Yeah, I'll type it in observers. Something like that.
I mean, oh boy. How's that
That's
a name?
not a word. I thought it was Zeds, but it's V.
I think he's just trolling you,
Yeah,
honestly.
no, that's definitely his name. I've met his dad, so.
He photoshopped his identification documents and
maybe.
perhaps.
Okay, so Goblin has a probe out on the map. Actually,
No.
Astrea. Oh no, Goblin!
He's psychic. Oh, that is just...
That's pure luck. It has to be. I mean, this is a pretty regular proxy spot. These players bantering with one another as well. No, you can just abandon this. It's not like he's really committed and he does cancel.
Yeah, that's true. Astrea, wasn't that his first proxy? Or am I forgetting another one?
Yeah, no, he's Stargate
Yeah.
in the main every game so far.
Yeah, so trying out proxies for the first time and immediately just that happens. That is quite a blow, honestly.
Yeah, maybe don't try that again. Now, Goblin is open Stalker, Stalker. It does look like he's going to expand this game. He is certainly working towards that. He has no proxy out on the map. You can see all 3 of his pylons are at home. And I think, to be honest, Astrea's probably happy with that. Astrea is going to throw down that pylon so you can see what pops out of these gateways and slow them down a little bit. If it's double adept, it takes them ages to kill that pylon.
True.
But it is double Stalker. And Goblin goes for a Stargate at home.
Huh. That's
Actually,
a first, isn't it?
He hid what came out of the gateway. He didn't go down the ramp until the cancel happened, which is kind of sick.
You think it, because, like, he did give you a little bit of input, right? He is saying he isn't planning to go full macro mode here.
No, this is going to be... this will be Phoenix's. I think this is more him playing the map. He didn't want... Okay, so actually Astrea gets the better trade there with the Stalkers. Trades 2 for 1, that's pretty nice. But I'm almost certain this will probably be Oracle into Phoenix. It might just be straight to Phoenix. It is straight to Phoenix. This is what Goblin's best at, so he probably just wants to hit Astrea whilst he's feeling confident. Goblin, you don't win this fight, man.
Needs to run away here. Those 3 Stalkers not knowing exactly how to run up that ramp, though, probably.
No, now Goblin is probably going to hide the Phoenix. He might use, he's going to use the 1, okay. So he wants to make sure he gets at least 1 Stalker kill and takes out, comes out of this ahead. Does get
that's really good.
Lost nothing, just a bit of Phoenix energy, so that's nice. Decent hold as Nexus is later. It does look like Goblin is going to macro. I know he has a plan. He did tell me what his plan is for the game after this one. But
maybe
it's
just like a fake out Nexus, right? Sometimes you see people make the Nexus, but then just not making the probes for it, and then sticking to the attack anyway.
I think if he was going to do that, he'd have a couple more gateways by now, or at least 1 more. All right. I think he is going to play some macro Phoenix Archon. Oh, actually, but Astrea's not messing around. Astrea does have the gateways. He is...
Yeah.
Oh no, he's only got 2. Wow, this is so aggressive from him.
Well, he does have the Robo there as well. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting him to throw down his Nexus at some point, but it looks like he just wants to get some damage done on the other side of the map before he does so, or is he just going to go for this?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. He has a Prism here. This is a pretty decent fight now. Goblin knows he has to hit before these batteries finish. Okay, the Prism does go down, and now Goblin can start lifting up a couple of his Stalkers and take him out of the fight, so his numbers are better. I think Goblin might need to pull probes here. This is a really good attack from Astrea. Both players very even on supply. Here, though. Yeah, the Phoenixes don't have too much energy though.
And
now the batteries are finished.
Oh boy, this might be a lot of trouble here for Goblin. This might actually just be Astrea winning with the, what is it, the 2 gates and the Robo here.
Yeah.
Very unorthodox.
Yeah, I really like this, throwing down that pylon and just 4 shield batteries right outside the natural of Goblin. Now, Goblin's Phoenix count is getting very, very high, and as long as he doesn't lose Phoenixes, eventually he will be able to push this back. He is up in, well, he's down in workers, but he has the Nexus.
True. So that should be equalized. And also, like, I just want to talk about those shield batteries a little bit more. Like, I loved how he used this, Warp Prism first, so he could start warping them in before the pylon finished, and then, like, he could just let the Warp Prism die because the pylon was gonna finish, and then, you know. That was a really cool thing that he was doing there.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on this though. Now Goblin has a really good defense. The Nexus isn't going to go down. Astrea spent a Nexus on this build.
True.
If Astrea had a Nexus at home, I would love this. But instead he is committing... I mean, this is like all in now. This is 7 batteries.
It's so difficult to make use of those shield batteries, isn't it? Just because of the Phoenixes. Like, they don't allow you to micro backwards back into the shield battery.
And he has so many, he can one-shot things like the sentries. And,
True.
And he's just going to continue to make Phoenixes. I think Goblin really needs to save the Nexus. I'm very surprised he hasn't got a battery repowering it for now. See how much he's got enough damage output to kill Stalkers even in battery range. I think Astrea is going to go for that deep dive on the Nexus pretty soon. I think he knows his time is starting to run out a little bit. Goblin's DPS is just too high, and the Nexus is still standing. If I'm Goblin right now, that shield battery in the back, I'm having it shield up the Nexus.
Yeah, probably. I think so too. I think you're right on that one. Like, he should start feeling a little bit confident with the amount of Phoenixes he still has.
So he's
And
now
the
going to add
Stalk is-
shields to that Nexus, making sure it doesn't go down. He has enough Phoenixes, even in all of these batteries, to kill the Stalkers now. This is a great hold from Goblin, and if the Nexus survives in the end, he comes out of this very, very ahead. Sure, his working count is lower now, but he can instantly pull ahead. He's going to have Phoenixes against no tech. There is a Robo, but Phoenixes are the hardest counter to that Robo.
I think this is just GG if Astrea loses the Stalkers here. Honestly, I don't think he has anything to fall back on. He invested so much money into those shield batteries.
Yeah. That's, you know, 2 Nexuses left. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. 800 minerals and shield batteries, 200 in pylons, 100 in gateways. What's that? 1,150 in this aggressive position, and it hasn't worked yet. Now, the Nexus is very, very low, and if Astrea gets a Nexus, it becomes a little bit better.
True. I mean,
Goblin,
he is still
he's
ahead in workers.
Oh, Goblin.
But he just doesn't have that much of a technology behind this either, does he? Oh wait, he starts the Robo, of course.
He has a Robo, but Stargate is like the biggest counter to that. So.
Yeah, that is true as well.
And Goblin
already
hasn't
this amount
been
of Phoenixes.
Oh, he's lost 5. Wow, that surprises me. I didn't think he'd lost that many.
Yeah, but he's been rebuilding them continuously.
Yeah,
Even going for an Oracle now, that is surprising to me. Like,
this is really, really nice. He knows he can hold the front, so he's going to just send an Oracle across the map. Like,
yeah.
Astrea's pulling probes, actually. That's really nice. He knows he needs a Nexus. This should trigger, if Goblin sees this, which he may, you see this before, just keep the Oracle at home. The Oracle will tear through these probes.
That's very true, actually. That's pretty smart.
And that's exactly what he does. The Oracle now coming in. Now, the probe's very difficult here. The batteries don't have much energy, and Goblin forced to pull probes of his own. These probes, though, are soaking up a lot of shield battery energy. A couple of the Phoenixes are starting to fall. Goblin not losing probes here. He's lost a couple, but look how many Astrea has lost. And it does look like all the batteries
I think Goblin may have done it wrong, I think.
That is a sick hold.
That was amazing. I agree with you wholeheartedly there.
I really liked that game.
That was very interesting, honestly. Yeah, that was kind of unique. I've never really seen that before.
No, me neither. I agree.
I'm wondering how heavily Astrea practiced that as well, or if it just was something he just kind of wanted to do on the fly.
I think if you don't play against Phoenix there, and you don't play against someone with great Phoenix control like Goblin, who is best known for that, we'll do Turbo. Oops.
Oh, Astrea. What map do you want? Don't care.
So we're going to do Turbo next. What's the score? 3-1? Yeah.
Oh, man. You and Goblin are really just taking shots at each other non-stop.
Yes, we are. This is very, very not. If you could see my Facebook conversations with this kid, you would understand. It's a very love-hate relationship in that I hate him and he loves me. But I can't get rid of him. He's like an annoying pet dog. Okay.
Right.
We are loading into Turbo Cruise. Everything is going to be good.
Here we go.
Here we
Already in the lobby, all set up. Both players ready, checking up. Race check. Oh, it seems okay, Snoopy. I don't think we have to go into that weird territory there. Alright, I guess just jumping on that boat, aren't we, Grant? There we go.
I'm flaming Snoopy. One of our admins and one of the big boys in Alpha X. I'm sorry, Snoopy.
And true. Great man. Honestly, he does a lot of the Alpha X stuff. Pretty much all of it goes through his hands.
Always involved. Him and Sushi. And now Faz. Super, super sick. And I hope Faz gets well soon, actually, because he's a bit sick.
Yeah, 34 degrees Celsius right now.
Holy shit.
That is not nothing.
That's not so good. In the top left, playing for Infinity Gaming, this guy is pretty good. He is the Croatian Protoss player from Croatia. I don't know why I said that. I wanted to do it. It was a conscious choice.
Sure.
Playing, I already said that. It's just Goblin, isn't it?
Wait, he changed his color.
Yeah, he did.
What's this about?
Oh, that's it. I'm not a referee.
Right, anyway, his opponent in the top right side of the map, he's the blue, he's the Protoss. He is known as Astrea, hailing from the USA. And right now, residing is the word, right? You're from, residing in the Korean neighborhoods.
Okay, so is Goblin going to do what he told me he's going to do? He's going for a very quick double gas. This map sucks for proxies. But yeah, I think he is. Goblin, we'll have to see. He's just going to check that there's no cannon rush, throwing down his second gateway as well. We do have a scout from what seems to be both of these players. Now, Goblin told me, a little bird told me, that he was going to proxy Robo at some point. I probably shouldn't say that. But we'll have to wait and see whether he does it this map. It's a very bad
double
proxy map.
Robo, or did he just say proxy Robo?
I think probably just one Immortals, a Prism, 3 gateways.
Interesting.
I'll use.
All right. When is he? Well, it's not really. Is it a good position here for proxy Robo?
I think it's probably more likely Stargate in this position.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. Goblin has thrown down that pylon. Now, obviously, once again, if you're Astrea, you're like, oh no, what's this? I think Goblin will go Adept. That's my guess. Oh, he went double Stalker. I suck.
Close enough. No, at both gateway units, I think you were pretty on the ball there.
And there's so many combinations, and I get it right like once every
Close enough. Not for 2 Adept and a Stalker, right? They always like either or.
And he
Kind
has.
of curious. Yeah.
So it is Proxy Robo.
And only one so far as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to throw 2. I think he'll do 1. He gets another gateway at home. Or he might get a gateway here to reinforce. No, because he's going to get a Prism.
That would be smart, yeah.
He might get a gateway in this
supercharged.
Well, he's going to have a Prism anyway, so...
Oh, that's true.
Oh, actually, Astrea's in position here. He might get to scout this, and he will. Now this...
No!
Surely he saw it.
Okay, he did. He did. For a moment, I thought he was just barely out of range there. That was so close.
Okay, this is, like, massive. Goblin's going to try and move out with his 2 Stalkers to defend this. 2 Stalkers... Oh, the probe goes down. That's so annoying. Prism will start. Goblin has to out-micro here. If he takes even a probe shot, it's extra damage he didn't want to take. And actually, Goblin's micro so far... it looks like Astrea is very slightly ahead, and now 2 more Stalkers come. The pylon does finish. Goblin has 2 more Stalkers coming as well. This is really important. Once the Prism comes out, Goblin wins the fight with ease, and it is going to finish. So this is really nice. Astrea does have a Robo at home, and he should start a Mortal production almost straight away. Now he's going for a Prism of his own.
Interesting. Maybe realizing that he needs to use that micro there as well.
Yeah, I guess
or just, oh my god, there's a proxy pylon in the main base of Goblin.
Oh, wow. Okay, Goblin sees it.
Okay.
That's so... Oh my god, he didn't see. No, he has seen it. He has seen it. He's got vision of it. So he'll go and deal with that once he kills the probe. Hopefully. Wow, Astrea lets it finish, which is surprising. It's never going to get a warp in going.
Maybe he thought that it was just barely out of range of those Stalkers, I don't know.
Yeah, it was possible. It was definitely very close. Now we do have a 4 Stalker drop queued up here from Astrea. He's going to go and try and track down Goblin's army. But this is not an army you want to drop on top of. Goblin's going to try and chase it down, actually. I like these Warp Prism fights. Okay. Astrea will get the advantage.
Oh, just Astrea being here near this Robo, of course, it's gonna force Goblin to kind of stick around his neighborhood, isn't it? Because otherwise his Robo will just be depowered.
I don't think, once he gets 2 Immortals, it's not as important. He's got the tools he needs. And actually, Astrea might be caught up. Okay, the Warp Prism is going to be able to save this. Goblin needs to chase the Prism down with his own Prism and then attack with the army that he has. But it's actually, like, really, really even. Astrea does have a Prism blocking Goblin's expansion. And I think that's the plan now for Goblin, is that he probably has to expand. Wow, this is...
Yeah.
This is a micro battle.
It's a rough one, isn't it? I like how he's just taking the minimum of his sources that he needs to, right? Just the full Stalkers and the Warp Prism as well. And then it's just full on micro walls here. It looks like Goblin did get out on top though. Those Stalkers of Astrea seemingly a lot lower than those of Goblin.
Oh, and Goblin gets one. And now Astrea cannot keep up the harassment. His Warp Prism took a cup. Okay, it's still only shield damage. The Goblin has a Stalker advantage. Astrea has to go and reinforce, warp in. Is he going to try and keep committing to this? Goblin should see it. The Prisms
did marching across the map here as well. You might want to start putting the aggression onto that the proxy Robo there, but he doesn't have the numbers really, does he? Oh, but Goblin moves out just as Astrea rotates in. That's
Okay.
classic StarCraft 2 right there.
Weird
This always
situation.
happens
There's
to
an
me.
immortal out on the map though for Astrea. Oh, Goblin, capitalise.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
that is
Goblin does catch an
absolutely
immortal.
horrible.
That's absolutely massive. At home, Goblin
Yeah.
is dealing with the harassment very, very well. The proxy robo now will be unpowered, but Goblin has a bigger... He has 4 immortals against 2.
We'll need to see a recall here from Astrea to get his units back, or just go for full-on base trade. All right, he does bunch up there. He should go for the recall. Oh my god, he's not going. He's just going for the base of Goblin here.
Both players...
Right.
Oh, Goblin recalls.
Oh,
Oh, I mean, he knows his Nexus is quicker, so... he wants to
yeah,
deal with the
that's true.
harassment too.
And then he doesn't have a War Prism there, did he?
No, so he couldn't reinforce his push. His Warp
Yeah,
Prism is
yeah.
having to stay at home to deal with Astrea's harassment. Astrea
True.
was supply booked for like 6.5 months, by the way.
Oh, wow.
He was only just broken, that supply book. Goblin's going for glaives. That's interesting. That
Even
resonant
though
glaive.
Goblin lost all the pylons in the middle of the map. It's
did.
kind of curious. Yeah, the glaives. Well, that's interesting too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gonna go for full-on immortal, maybe adepts all in here.
Now, Adepts are very good with glaives against Immortals. They trigger the shields very quickly, and then because they attack so fast, they do a lot of damage once they run out. I like the decision. Astrea is committing heavily to just that Immortal production.
Yeah, he's probably like, I'm just trying to get into the head of a pro player. Like, I'm nowhere near, of course, the same level, but if he does have the Nexus already out, he should be able to produce more units overall, right? So if he does try to go for this timing attack, perhaps he can just tie a bow on this game right here. Oh my god, Astrea losing a Immortal with the War Prism there. That might be something to do with the latency from Korea, but unfortunately...
Now at the front, Goblin did lose an Immortal as well, and another. Now the Prism will come in and try and save it, but Goblin's having to juggle fight in 2 places at once. He is doing a fantastic job, taking no more unnecessary casualties in the main. Look, he had so much of his army in the main, fought in the natural with much less, but with that Prism to defend, it went really, really sick for him.
Absolutely. And actually, Astrea right now adding on the robotics base, so we will most likely be seeing those disruptors. Probably the biggest tool of a comeback for the Protoss, in my opinion, especially in a PvP matchup. They can absolutely throw the hurt onto your opponent, even though if you are with the lowest supply in army, you still have some possibility just being able to get those magic connections.
But he has to survive. Goblin is now steaming across the map. There are no batteries in the natural. Astrea's going to try and make a gateway wall just to keep some of his units back so he can get his disruptors out. But Goblin has glaives. His army now is substantially larger. I mean, it's 59 to 27 army supply. And once these Adepts get on top of all of these units, they're going to use them to block the ramp. Oh, that's so sick.
Massive.
So sick. Incredible play here from the Croatian Protoss. And now Goblin just has so much. Look at the Adepts. They are tearing the Immortals in half, whilst Goblin's army of Immortals and Stalkers start really destroying this mineral line of Astrea.
Yeah. Even hallucinating a bunch of salads here. I'm wondering if that was more of so intimidation or if it just was to soak up damage.
I mean, it works for both, you know. If you soak up one Immortal shot, they do attack so slow. Astrea now hemorrhaging workers, less than half of his opponent-ish. No, not quite. That was bad math, Grant. But now there's nothing left to protect these. There is a Prism for Astrea. He's going to try his best to save everything. But when you try to save everything, something will fall. Now, Goblin has to dodge this Disruption Nova. Boom.
Beautifully
absolutely
done.
No problem. I mean, behind this, the economy of Goblin is he's fully saturated 2 bases.
Yeah, it might still be difficult to push up the ramp, but he has the sentries here. He can just contain Astrea for absolute forever. And
I mean,
even
it's 38 to 15 workers, and of those 15, they're mining non-efficiently in the main.
very true. Yeah, 9 out of 8. That is a good point.
Disruptive
Trying to catch this. Yeah, trying to catch the War Prism there, but does manage to get away.
I agree with this for Goblin. He can fall back. There's double disruptors. As long as he doesn't mess up now, he's in a great position. He's not going to take too much unnecessary damage.
And he's still going to keep up the aggression as well, using a War Prism with 2 Immortals in it.
I love
It looks like Astrea might be well. At least it's trying to prep for that possibility a little bit here with 2 stocks in
That's
the
definitely
main
not
base.
enough for 2 Immortals.
Yeah.
GG.
GG.
As soon as the Phoenixes are shown, which is the hardest counter to disruptors, Astrea knows not a chance.
Yeah, he lost 2 disruptors as well. It's like 6 o'clock. Caught out in the middle of the map with his War Prism that I had to drop them. And yeah, congratulations to Goblin taking another map. And what's the score exactly now?
It is 4-1. Goblin is match point.
Oh my, I thought it was getting close.
Yeah.
Must have been. Goblin really showing his PvP here. His skill in the PvP matchup. Doing absolutely wonderful.
Super unconfident going into this.
Yeah.
He messaged me. When did he message me? Let me check my phone because I can't close. Oh, let me change the scene as well. This is what happens when I try to multitask. He messaged me. I think it was this morning. Maybe it was last night. Let's take a look. Goblin. It was today. I messaged him saying, "Hey, you feeling good? You ready?" And he goes, "Of course not. I suck right now."
We need to do one other shout out. Let me see, actually, grab my sponsors text here. We just did 24-hour fitness, didn't we? So let me talk about the one, the only GameStop. And GameStop is the top destination for all your esports needs. So if you need a new headset, like the top quality controllers, mice, keyboards, they will have anything you want or require to enhance your competitive advantage. Check them out at gamestop.com/high-performance.
Nice. GameStop, incredible. You need to get your controllers repaired. You can go to GameStop. You need to buy some games for your.
I never knew they had such a service, honestly.
Your Sega Mega Drive or Master System. You can go to GameStop. They have all the retro stuff too.
Absolutely everything you need for gaming. Like, it's just barely not just giving co-op players right, or at least like they're almost at that level where you could just go into a GameStop and then ask for somebody to play with. Like, you need a friend to play. Hello, GameStop. Sure, you might be worth a try, guys. Who knows? I'm sure that the GameStop employees are very friendly people, willing maybe perhaps to play a couple of... I don't think this is what they want us to talk about, honestly, as a sponsor shout out, but anyway.
Oh, I just like to riff on them, don't worry. It won't let me. I can't join.
But, yeah. I mean, I very much appreciate these types of companies giving their money and giving their attention to the esports scene and trying their best to support it in a positive way. That's always very appreciated.
I forgot to join the lobby.
It's all good. We were very busy with shoutouts. Doing the important business.
Yeah, sponsors of these Alpha Pro series are incredible. Absolutely
very
sick.
Loyal as well.
Yeah, 24-hour fitness. Matcherino as well, who obviously you can donate to this tournament, to the prize pool for these players, our future Alpha Pro series events through Matcherino. You can donate for free as well, just by linking up your Twitters.
It's true.
And,
it's true.
Following a couple of pages, sick pages too, gaming pages, not just random crap.
It's not that difficult, and you know what? You might get some news that you're missing right now, right? From like cool gaming companies or communities or teams. Like I believe Dallas Fuel is on there as well.
They're an
if you like that
team,
Overwatch League.
I know this. I'm an expert.
You know it?
No, I have no idea. I just guess. Right, let me start the score. God, I'm so good. In the top left, playing for Infinity Gaming, he's up match point. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages. He is Infinity Gaming Zone, the Blue Protoss player. It's Goblin.
Game paused.
Oh.
I'm not a referee. I had bug.
Couldn't build probe. What? Can we restart? I think that once happened to me as well.
It does happen.
Honestly.
We had it. I had it with Penguin and Zervis the other day in something I was casting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just the other day?
Yeah, like 2 days ago when I was streaming. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a bug with tabbing out.
Yeah, exactly. If you tab out and then back in again, it starts working, but it's still a little bit difficult. Oh, sorry. No, I'm doing it.
Don't worry.
Oh, now I'm not joining the lobby. Didn't realize Snoopy was down on top of things.
He's
Very
always
quick.
on top of things. He tells us
Yeah.
off if we mess up.
Hmm. Well, as he should, you know. He wants to keep things professional.
They won't be asking me to do it anymore then.
As professional as we can get. You know, that's the thing, though, right? If you take it too far with the professionalism, it becomes stale, right?
Yeah,
As a commentator,
exactly.
you need to have some sort of play in your commentating, and
You
yeah,
have to have some fun, or
Exactly.
your audience won't have fun. They'll have a lot of fun. All right.
you need to have fun with what you're doing as well, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to keep it up for a long time.
I'm not going to introduce them again. Up here is Goblin. Acropolis. Good. Now you can do the other one.
All right, I didn't get to do Astrea, so I'm gonna still go full
Yeah,
force
do
with
it.
this one. We have in the bottom right side of the map a Blue Brothers player. He is in a desperate situation here, guys. He still, I only believe he has one win
Yeah.
right now on the scoreboard. Still has to get a lot more, four more wins. Quick maths on stream. Anyway, he is living in Korea right now, but originally from the US of A. He is called Astrea. Right, maybe I went a little bit overboard.
No,
but,
no, it's good. I liked it.
it's,
Mine was just
you know,
Goblin. I just said one
buying
word.
time. Yeah, I like how do you call this? The difference between them.
Yeah, I just go Goblin, and you go.
Goblin.
This is
No,
what
no, like
happens.
6 minutes long introduction for Astrea.
These bloody
Oh,
casters.
man.
You give them one major gig, and they're just like, nah. Right.
Did you by the way see the meme they made for Astrea where it's like him being Gandalf at Helm's Deep and then like a Colossus suddenly appears
Yes.
behind him? Yeah, that was good.
So do you want to know a
Suddenly really
secret?
working. Sorry?
Do you want to know a secret? I'm going to tell you exactly what Goblin's going to do.
Oh boy, do I? Maybe I just want to be surprised. Though.
Alright, you can be surprised, but I'm going to
Or you can just say like I know exactly what he's
I
doing.
do know
right?
exactly what he's going to do. He asked
But
me
then
what build to
don't
do.
mention that he told you so, right? Just be the.
I mean, he didn't ask me
oracle.
what build to do, and I didn't tell him to do exactly this, which is proxy DT again, because I think
Oh,
it's like
my
the
dear
best
Lord.
build he's done. And I just
You
like
absolute
DT.
monster.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of confidence coming out of Goblin here. Then,
I don't know why he's asking me. I should have
I
told
don't
him
know
to
why
Cannon
you gave
Rush.
a serious
Oh,
answer.
what? Okay, if he loses, we'll get him to Cannon Rush. I don't know why Goblin's
just
asking
tell
me
him to
this.
go Nexus first next game. Right? just
Just so we can make this a bit closer.
yeah.
Two adepts come across the map and end the game.
See, you know, ramp up the difficulty for Goblin here a little bit.
Now,
Just because, you know, Astrea, he's playing from Korea already with the latency. He needs a little bit of an
I think
advantage.
both have
here,
about the
perhaps.
same latency. It's about 200.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because they're on NA, so Goblin has about 250,
Right.
260.
I always thought Korea to NA was worse for some reason, but maybe
not
that's
sure,
just
it could
Korea
be.
to EU.
It could be.
Oh well. There's so much stuff walking around the map, really trying to find some stuff.
Proxy.
And look at this, there's this one little square in the middle of the map if you go on Astrea's vision. And that's where the proxy is. It's this one square in the middle there.
Yeah. He's really
walked
looked for
by.
this and not found it. It's so annoying.
Hmm.
Now, as I said, it is that proxy dark shrine.
He's still trying though.
Yeah, I think he's getting very close. Now he's going to see these two adepts, which is really nice. They need to shade away immediately and use the bush to break vision.
Oh, I like this.
Now,
That
one
might
goes
give
down.
it away actually, this weird passing from the adepts.
Nah, he's going to
No?
go down.
Okay.
I
Like,
mean,
that
actually,
might
Astrea
have
is
been
super
intel.
prepared. Astrea, okay, he's making a prism, but he does have a robo. So he can make that observer very, very quickly. I think he's maybe expecting something along these lines. What does Goblin have at home? Just two stalkers. Actually, a little bit scary. What is across the map? Wow, Astrea is looking
Yeah.
so hard for this proxy. I'm very surprised he
Yeah.
hasn't thrown batteries down in his main. He's not
Look at
prepped
this.
for a proxy star gate this time. Must have
This is
shown something.
ridiculous. The square is just getting smaller and smaller, and he's just not finding it. This is,
So close.
it's such a little, like it's a little dot now. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay, so Goblin does have a prism moving out. Now this can't. If this is if this is seen, that's a real problem. Is
Oh,
there
will
an
the Warp
observer
Prism
out there?
finally-
Okay. There is an
Okay,
observer joining, so this is really good for Astrea. Goblin's going to kick my ass
okay.
after this. I was like, I bet he goes Stargate and you're fine.
Astrea finally, with the War Prism, did see that Twilight Council here in the middle of the map. But it is a little bit late, though, but it looks like...
Didn't see the Dark Shrine, though.
That's true.
There is an observer here, though, right? Right? Where's the observer?
Yeah, he just moved it away.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
oh my god, it's flying across the map right now.
And now the
It's just
DT start chunking away at this army, and this is so frustrating. And there's not even another observer in production just yet. There's an immortal. DT should just go for the mineral line. Decimate it, lads.
If only you
he's going to unpower! Okay, so now we do have the return. And behind this, Goblin lost like every worker to 2 adepts.
Oh wow, yeah, he did. Alright, GG. That was a quick one.
He's going to flame me now.
Probably.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'm already looking at my whispers.
He just wanted a reason to flame you, that's all.
Yeah.
He probably threw the game on purpose.
Okay, so what map is left? We only have 1 left. It is... Have we done King's Cave? No, it's King's Cave.
We've done Cyber Forest, that's the one.
We did that first.
Did we?
Yeah,
We did King's Cove first, right?
No, we did Cyber first, I think. Wait, let me look.
I'm pretty sure we did King's Cove first.
Oh, okay, I just write it wrong.
Maybe. Because I decided the first map, and I always like to go King's Cove first.
I thought you said Cyber Forest for some reason.
Yeah, Snoopy says Cyber Forest.
Yeah, no, I'm just dumb. That's fine.
I wouldn't say it's dumb, just, you know. Just, how do you call this? Bad administration. That's...
Yeah.
Maybe it's your handwriting, who knows? King's Cove, Cyber Forest, it's very similar.
Okay, so it is 4-2. You can see as I get more and more tired, I get lower and lower in my chair. At the moment,
should I join you? Just like do casting from like a...
That's how, that's, when we're in a game, that's what I'm like.
Really? I get closer, I get like...
Really? I did... The last 2 mages, when I cast Home Story Cup and when I cast Asus, we had standing desks.
Yeah.
When we were on like the analysis desk, that was a standing desk. When we were casting, we were backstage. That was in a chair, but the chairs were crappy.
Do you just sit down on the ground when the camera's not on you then? Is that...
I joined the audience.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense, I guess.
Or I'd watch the games with like Rotterdam and the players. I watched a lot of games with Snoop because he's super intelligent and he can tell me what to say. So I sound intelligent.
Good. Snoop seems like a really nice guy too.
He's incredible. Super good at World of Warcraft.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
interesting.
Way too good. In the bottom right.
Games as well, like Dance Dance Revolution or someone play.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him in person play DVR?
Yeah. Well, at home, I saw him in the background in
so
Home Story Cup.
Always get drunk, and I'm like, let's go. Come on, Jens, me and you, DDR, I'm going to smash you. Every time.
You challenged him?
Yeah, I've challenged him like 11 times, and he's always like, okay, Grant. And then I lose every time.
You need to stay sober yourself then, and then maybe you have a chance. Just really feed him a lot of alcohol, and then perhaps...
Oh, no, he's better when he has a few drinks.
What? Oh, okay, well then it's just hopeless, isn't it?
Yeah, him and Hutchinson play together a lot, and she's really good as well. Like, Snoop's like plays on like difficulty 10, and she plays on like 8, so like they can keep up. She can keep up with him. I'm like 2, difficulty 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I always think I can beat him after a couple of beers. So.
That's the spirit. Well, do you challenge him to StarCraft 2 as well, or is that just...
Yeah, I did at Asus, and he wouldn't do it. I was like, come on,
really?
€10. I was just going to cannon rush him. But he wouldn't do it. So I think he owes me €10, actually.
Okay. Let's do the introductions one more time here. Yeah. No, I'm not saying one more time. I'm just there could be more times behind this, of course. Anyway, in the bottom right corner of the map, gonna give you a second if you are on the wrong base.
I'm on there, don't worry.
You're on there. Okay, all right. So it is the red Brothels player. Sorry,
I didn't change the scene, but I fixed it.
Okay. All good. We're all in control now again. All right, it is the red Brothels player. He is from America, but right now in Korea, as I've been saying a couple of times now. But of course, there are new people joining the stream non-stop. So just for you guys, another time, it is Astrea.
And in the top left, he is match point in this series. I told him to cannon rush and he didn't do it. He is
Oh my
the
god.
Brew Protoss player from Infinity Gaming, Croatia. And this Goblin playing under the tag EG Disruptor. That's his NA ladder account, for anyone who knows. So he is proxy stargating.
Ooh.
Goblin really playing like this is what they do in Korea, actually. They proxy every game
Yeah.
in PvP. It's just the Korean meta.
You'd expect Astrea then perhaps to be more of the proxying person.
Yeah,
but
Astrea
he's just
is
not
going to
doing it at
scout
all.
this Stargate, but it is quite... Goblin, what are you doing?
Oh my god, he finally sees it. Just like the first time he scouts the proxy as well.
Yeah, but this isn't a standard proxy. Is there batteries going down?
Oh, that's interesting.
I...
Astrea should have seen what it's...
Yeah,
being
yeah,
built,
you can
right?
see that it's a void ray.
I don't know if he actually checked or if he's just like, oh, that must be Oracle. You know, that might happen. But he should check, right? He's a professional.
Super, super good, so he should have. Now he's going to try and move out and kill this nice and early. One void ray does not beat 4 stalkers. Okay, and actually, wow, this is going to be super all in from Goblin. He's getting lots of adepts. 2 or 3 void rays, I guess. I'm not that familiar with this. And going. Oh man, I love seeing void rays. You see them so little. Liquid Hero's been doing some of this on his stream.
Really?
Liquid Hero.
Yeah.
I like to watch his stream. He swears a lot. It's hilarious.
He's a cool guy, honestly.
Yeah,
like
he
he gets really emotional with his games, but that just kind of gets me into the game more. So you know,
Yeah.
I want him to win more.
Okay, so that's a lot of stalkers and a prism. But I think once you get 3 void rays, this is super good.
It should be, right?
Ooh,
Void
okay,
rays
so
do a lot of damage to stalkers.
Yeah, once
but...
they charge up, 2 or 3 void rays will like one-shot stalker. Now Goblin is going to try and run all the way around. This could even force a recall here. Is there anything at home? There's no wall currently, but there's close to being one. There we go. So the wall does go back down.
You think he misread Forge for like Void Ray or something when you asked him to do the cannon
maybe.
rush?
No, I typed cannons in full caps. He
Okay.
knows what I said.
That's
He also
likely.
knows me. Okay, so Goblin now gets unpowered. He should cancel that void ray.
No, Void Ray is coming into the main base, or well, close to the natural. Is he gonna go into the main base? Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do.
Oh my god, there's
Big
only
recall.
one pylon power in all these gateways. Okay, so recall comes down
no.
immediately. Now Goblin can't expand. He has had his pylon, his natural blocked. This is very interesting. He can siege up from this high ground very well. He's going to kill this gateway, obviously, quite quickly. Void Ray is very, very slow. Oh, this is a good fight for Goblin. You see him powering up, and immediately these units just lose so much health.
Very true.
Now this is a cooldown, so once it runs out, oh my god, he's doing so well. This is some micro required here.
Yeah, Astrea really showing us his prowess with that Wall Prism micro
That's
here.
sick.
All his stalkers getting low HP, but I don't believe he lost 1 stalker so far. Wow, that's absolutely
That's
amazing. Honestly.
mental. I thought he'd lost like 6 or 7.
Yeah, just
Wow.
1 in total. He also, like, I like this that he has 1 stalker still on top of that Stargate, just making sure that it doesn't get repowered.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Very smart. Big brain Astrea.
Goblin is going to try and repower it, and I think we might see something weird. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fleet. Okay, it's not going to be that. I thought he might go into Tempest.
Fleepy. Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
I've seen it before. It's very unorthodox. It's like a Gold League Heroes build. But Goblin has to hold this position. This is so many stalkers with a prism. There's no blink, right? No blink. But the prism basically gives him blink. Oh god, this is awful.
That's true.
Goblin's going to instantly lose a void ray.
Race here. Is he
Yeah,
going to
it's
get it? He
GG.
should be able to kill this, right? No problem.
Yeah, Australia wins this fight pretty easily.
Now, does he win the entire game here from this?
I think it's very likely, yeah. Goblin's going to try and counter-attack, but Astrea still has a full wall. He has units at home. There is no natural, but Goblin, how does he hold here at home? He has nothing. He just has a few... He's getting glaives, but he needs like a long time win.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This is a very difficult situation now for Goblin. I'm trying to come up with something, right? But I don't play enough Protoss really to...
A lot of shield batteries, maybe. I mean, he's going to try and hold his main with stalkers, with sentries, whilst he gets more and more units and waits for glaives to finish so he can pounce on the army. Astrea should
It's still
expand,
so
in
far
my
away.
opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Astrea should just capitalize on the advantage he has right now. I think he might. It looks like he has the probe there. 400 minerals now available.
Why Goblin
Right.
didn't just go and try and cancel that? You can see on the mini map here, he instead tried to shade in. Goblin, kill the probe. It's a full wall, the probe can't get back out.
Okay, there he goes. Well, that's pretty good actually. That's the only probe outside of the map, so it's going to be difficult now for Astrea to make that nexus, but I'm not sure if
I don't think he needs one.
Yeah,
The
this is
prism
absolutely
and all
hard
these
now for
stalkers.
Goblin on this last breath here, trying to do something here with his force shields with only 2 stalkers, and GG is called. Astrea taking another game.
And now we reset. The map choice.
Reset.
Yep, maps are all back available.
Oh,
1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Going into game number 8. It's looking like we might have a very quick series, but so far, like...
Yeah, they're
Astrea
really
fighting back.
trading blows.
Yeah. Getting Goblin's number here, perhaps.
Goblin's
Not
map
too
choice.
shabby.
Is he going to make me pick? Actually, I think he's looking at the replay currently. Nope. Okay, let's just go... We'll just go King's Cave again.
You know what? Let's just get through these for now as well. I'm gonna do a final shout out. Do you frequently find yourself not going to the gym because motivation doesn't really hit you until, you know, I don't know, 12 o'clock in the evening, maybe 1 o'clock in the evening, you're like, oh, right, I forgot to do my workout. Well, then, as the name implies, 24-hour fitness will be there for you. If you have a membership for 24-hour fitness, you'll be welcome there 24 hours a day. And they have 436 locations that are all open 24 hours. So, yeah, access whenever you want and access to all locations. And they have a free fit plan. I think that's like having a personal trainer explaining to you exactly how to get fit and where you want to get. They have studio classes as well, which sounds pretty cool, honestly. Getting, you know, doing things in a group session. And let me just run down the list. Pools, cardio equipments, and weights. I guess weights aren't cardio, right? Cardio is more of the endurance things. They have everything, guys. They have absolutely everything. Like, if you have a pool in your gym, what's that you don't have, right? That's kind of the question that it should be. They should list what they don't have instead of what they have. Anyway,
Yeah, definitely.
yep.
Incredible
Go check 'em
gym.
out.
I wish we had them in the UK. Unfortunately, we don't. But they have like hundreds upon hundreds in the US. So if you're in the US,
Exactly.
guys, check out 24-hour fitness. You see the Alpha X players, Starkiller, people like that, constantly posting these photos. And that guy is a tank as well. So if you want to look like Starkiller, go to 24-hour fitness.
I mean, they have them in the Netherlands, but it's
Do
just,
they?
I believe there's only like 2 or 3 locations overall, and they're a little bit too far away for me. So, you know what? Go check out, maybe if you are in the European region,
Check out the
perhaps
website.
there's still something there for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for supporting us, 24-hour fitness. We love you.
Kisses towards you, 24-hour fitness. Very inappropriate.
What did you do? I changed the scene.
That's okay.
Let me update
Probably
the
for the
scores. Goblin 4, Astrea 3, something like that, right? 7, this is 8.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
that's right.
so. Yeah,
that's right.
4 to 3. It's, yeah, should be.
So still match point for this player in the top left, playing for Infinity Gaming, the 17-year-old Croatian Protoss. In the red, it's Goblin.
Goblin!
Yeah.
And his opponent in the blue, playing for Team Alpha X, hailing from the US. The US of A, I suppose. Yeah, people say the US as well, it's fine.
I say
Anyway,
yes.
yeah, it's all good. People know, you know what, you can probably start saying the U as well if you wanted to. It's the blue Protoss player. His name is Astrea.
Both of these players super aggressive in the series. We've not seen anything go above 2 bases in 7 games, which is super surprising because I do think Goblin's late game PvP is very good. He did tell me he's not too confident going into the series. Actually, I think we are going to see... Oh no, it's just a cannon scout, and now we throw down his gateway. There we go. Astrea, not scouting for cannons, getting that second gateway slightly quicker, but really no deviations in the build so far. Both of
Never
them have
seen Astrea do a cannon rush.
double
Thinking
guns.
back, but
I haven't seen enough of him because he plays on NA so much, and I mainly
that's true.
Goblin cannon rushes all the time. He loves it.
Well, not so far, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Is that in the PvP as well, or mostly?
Oh, he does it everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's
all
super
right.
good at it. He is going to proxy once again.
Proxy on the way again in the middle location of the map here. It's not being scouted out a whole lot, is it?
No.
I like how we actually went to the first map we started with, as you know, the re-go.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Our format usually is the loser will pick the map. So the commentators or the hosts or whatever will pick the first map, and then it's loser picks all the way through, and we reset after 7. Neither of these players gave a shit about the maps, so they made me pick every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is Blink.
It shows that they care about your opinion.
It shows that they don't care about what maps they play. If I had my way, we'd be on like Metalopolis, Scrap Station.
Oh, yeah.
Abyssal.
I've been talking about this for a while, but I would really like some weird tournaments where like the only map available is Scrap Station, or like a really bad map that people just have to figure out.
Jeez. I'm not so sure about that one. Oh, Goblin's been scouted again.
Oh, wow, that is the second scout on a proxy, and that should be a very good start.
Frustrating.
Twilight
definitely.
Council gonna get depowered here. Oh, trying his best to keep it powered up. Same thing, a second pylon down there. The
Yeah,
probes
this is
gonna
nice.
get
This
taken
buys
down.
time. Now, Goblin has to fight up a ramp, and that's very difficult, but he's buying more time,
Yeah.
and that's what he needs.
I think one Stalker already low on that shield isn't really able to engage here.
He's not started Blink or anything, though. He just didn't start it. Now, he can't save this anymore. He has to run home.
There we go.
Oh, he starts Blink now, but so late. If he loses his Stalker, the game could snowball. Now, it does
I think
look like
he
Astrea's
started
gonna
it
get
as his 2 Stalkers were running in there, but then like the 2 other Stalkers for Astrea shut up just slightly quicker.
And now we have a micro battle. So far, Goblin getting the better, but his Stalkers overall have less health.
Oh my dear lord,
Astrea
Astrea
target under
targets,
okay. So Astrea will win this fight in the end. I think if Goblin can get it down to 1 Stalker, though, it's manageable. Reinforcements arriving for both of these players. Goblin overextends there with the Stalker. Not been playing enough Warcraft. Free Mr. Leon.
No, he has not. Losing that micro battle there, depowering the Twilight Council. And well, that Blink is probably never going to finish here. There is the second strat coming down, I believe, with Robotics Facility and 2 extra gateways. So a full gate with the Robo now.
This is fun.
Into an all-in from here for Goblin. And oh my dear lord, he still put down the Dark Shrine before the Twilight Council actually got destroyed.
Very smart play here. This is actually, it could be very unexpected. Now, Astrea does have an Oracle out already, and he is getting a Robo, so he'll be very prepared for this. But I think if Goblin can just transition, the Nexus for Astrea is not that far ahead. If Goblin throws his down very soon, he could be okay. He has a battery in this mineral line. Oh, is this just 1 Oracle? Yeah.
Yeah, the Oracle right on top of the Dark Shrine, though.
Station Trap catching, what, 5? Nice. Doesn't have enough energy to do any damage, though.
True. Yeah, with the shield battery there, it's very difficult. But, you know, I say it's a good call. And right now, Astrea looking very good for this series. Already getting his Nexus up here. He should be completely prepared for the technology coming out of Goblin. The one thing, maybe perhaps, of course, oh my god, another status trap, forcing all those workers to stop mining there for a while.
Yeah, 100 minerals wasted.
Yeah. Astrea even ahead in army count as well here. Perhaps just because Goblin was putting down so many tech buildings. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of good stuff here for Goblin, actually.
No, I like that he's had an Archon, John, and using that as his tech. Archon's very, very good against Immortals, against Zealots, against Stalkers if they don't have Blink. But Goblin can't attack up this ramp into 2 batteries. That's not going to work for him. He really needs to expand. I'm so surprised that he's not trying. I think he realises he's up to... Oh, it is 4 gates, so if he does expand, it's...
Oh, he's supply blocked too.
Yeah. I think Goblin, his only real option here is I don't know. He has to try and make something happen, but with only 1 Archon,
The Archon can negate these the force fields, so of course that's going to be a little bit beneficial. But even then, he doesn't have the Stalker count really to match up against the Stalker count of Astrea, including that Immortal especially.
Yeah, I think Astrea, if he'd have gone for a second Immortal, would have been absolutely 100% game over in a great position.
Oh my god, huge status ward in the base of Goblin as well. Oh, but the units are marching in here. And yeah,
I think we go into a map 9.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wow, that's amazing. Doesn't happen that often, actually. No. Game number 9 in a best of 9 series, but here we are. Especially with Goblin going up 4-1.
Yeah, Goblin losing 3 maps in a row now.
Yeah. Like 3 games ago, I was like, all right, well, here we go, final game. It's unfortunate, but you know that happens sometimes. A little bit of an oof, but Astrea fighting back, fighting strong.
I completely agree. Giving up. Really, really strong play here from Astrea. Once he figured out what Goblin was going to do every single map, he started looking for it, he scouted it, and he dealt with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Goblin should just macro from here.
Perhaps that would be the biggest cheese of them all.
Yeah, if he just plays really, really greedy now.
Yeah, Nexus first, I'm telling you.
Come on now. I know we're not meant to show favoritism, but
all right. We'll have to see. Goblin, though. If there was like a 4-player map, perhaps he could get away with it, get lucky.
Yeah.
But there's none of those anymore. I kind of missed the 4-player maps, honestly. Like, it did add a little bit of extra randomness to enjoy, you know, mix up the series here and there. I guess as a pro player, I can understand why you absolutely despise that, because it makes it a lot more difficult to play the perfect game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll go Thunderbird to end it.
Thunderbird. T-Bird. Effie's gone. Oh, not happy with your map pick, is he?
He tells me to pick and then complains when I pick. Fuck off, Goblin.
Yeah. Well, as a caster, obviously, you want a big mac. Well, maybe this is your hint, right? Go for the macro game this time. But yeah, let's see if he picks up on it. Or you just whisper him, that could be it too as well.
I just did.
All right, there you go.
We'll start it.
Giving the inside knowledge. Ooh, what if he proxies a expansion? You know, he would still keep true to his promise to proxy every game.
I don't think we'll see a macro game. Let's put it that way.
All right.
My magic ball, which also happens to be Pink Whispers, says Goblin just told me you can't be asked to macro.
All right.
Which is why he's not done it once. He just can't be bothered. Which is hilariously funny.
Well, I mean, he is playing against Astrea. I wouldn't want to play a macro game versus him, but yeah, I'm not Goblin either, so that's another thing. Anyway, you want to go ahead with the introductions?
Yeah, go on then. In the bottom right, he's won the last 3 maps in a row. Currently in South Korea, practicing his little heart out, playing for Alpha X, the Blue Protoss player from the US. It's Astrea, Max Angel.
All right, and in the top left side of the map, it's the Croatian Protoss player. Some people know him as the child of Roti, but you know what, guys? We need to learn that is a false assessment. He is, in fact, the child of Grounds here, and he is known as Goblin.
But don't tell Roti that.
It's fine. We'll have to figure it out someday.
Yeah.
He just adopted him, right? That's the thing.
I just look after him on like weekend. Like when Kev's traveling and stuff, I'm like I look after Goblin, you know?
All right.
Yeah, it's funny. At events, they're super like inseparable. They're really close friends.
Okay.
Which you don't expect, you know. Rossi's like 15 years older than him. He's literally old enough to be his dad.
To be fair, like he's 15.
I mean, if he was a
teenage pregnancy.
Yeah. if anyone was gonna.
Yeah. He is pretty enough to make that happen, I guess. I just think he's too smart for something for like that to happen.
He's a clever boy. I love Rodham.
Yeah.
I actually do.
He's a really nice guy, honestly.
So many stories about him, and they're all positive. Like you see him on stream, and you're like, wow, what a positive guy. And I know certain people are known to be like characters or caricatures, or you know, some people who have very, very nice personas online maybe aren't that nice in person. Rotti is nicer in person. Like he came to an event in the Netherlands in Eindhoven, and he competed, and we all went out for food, and he just paid for everyone.
What? No. Yes, that goes too far, Roddy. You should stop
like
being this nice.
You know, it wasn't like we went to a fancy restaurant. There wasn't a lot of us, but still, he didn't even.
Oh, okay.
He just offered. You know, he's like, "No, I got this, boys."
Oh,
he said he had a good day at the casino.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. All right. Well, yeah. Well, that's another story for me to realize that Roddy really is a nice person.
Okay, so now when does Goblin's proxy get scouted? Because it's gonna get scouted. We've learned that by now.
I hope so, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty common place to proxy, right? Here, over here near these rocks.
It's very slow, though.
Yeah. Just checking the other rocks.
Okay, so Astrea will now...
these targets over there.
Is he just going to hold this position?
Taking a little bit of a lunch break, these targets here.
Yeah, this is nice.
Deciding to unpack their lunch boxes, unwrap their sandwiches, having a little bit of a drink. Waiting for their friends to show up.
Okay, now we see a cross. But there is an Immortal here, so actually the Immortal and the Stalkers do win this. One of the Stalkers immediately going down for Astrea. This is great for Goblin. If he can get a second Immortal, he can go the long way here, and it's very... If he can get a second Stalker even, he can go a long way here and do so much damage off the back of this. This is nice now from Astrea. He's going to try and micro a little bit more.
Already having that Stalker being like on 7 HP, that's absolutely massive. That's a very nice pick, easy pick off there for Goblin in the later fight. Having the Wall Prism here now as well, he's going to be able to micro around Astrea's forces here if he wants to. Is he just going to go for a full frontal attack? Perhaps he is.
2 gates. It's not 3 gates. So that kind of surprises me. Usually if you want to just all in, you get 3 gates and just go. Now the Prism makes this so good for Goblin. He can micro forever. I actually did lose a Stalker there, which is kind of rough. And another one. Goblin, what are you playing at, mate?
Not the perfect micro, but still getting out on top. Although a lot of those Stalkers are pretty low. He's Immortal also on half shields now. Is he going to be able to do it? That shield battery is still so far away from finishing.
Oh, okay. Ooh, the Prism does arrive in time for Astrea. He does manage to save that Immortal, but once the battery goes down, Goblin has now established a position at the top of this ramp, and it's a great position. I love this Observer as well. Going into that Observer mode, he's going to move it just a little bit more so he gets full vision of this army.
Yeah, it's so much easier to fight up a ramp if you do have that vision. It's absolutely essential.
And now he can threaten the gateway, he can threaten everything. Now his Immortals have a long way to run to reinforce the defender's advantage very much on Astrea here. Astrea will lose a gateway, that's very annoying. Goblin's Prism actually took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, it did. It still is alive though. So, I guess with the sentry here for Astrea, it's still very difficult for Goblin to push up on that ramp, even with the vision. But just having the contain here probably would already be good enough. Is he? I'm wondering if he's just actually going to commit to this, or
yeah, he does. So he goes up the ramp with 2 Immortals in that Prism. The Prism's still alive, although very, very low. Now, Goblin can't afford to mess this up. He cannot afford to lose his Prism. At the other side of the map, Goblin is losing a ton of workers. 2 Adepts have managed to get in. The workers are pulled here from Astrea, and Goblin is forced to retreat.
Actually, the Adepts are fighting another 2 Adepts, and they do get taken down, so...
Goblin's reinforcements were perfectly on time there. And now it is 3 Immortals against how many? 2, so Goblin having that Immortal advantage. His Prism is up in shields. There is no more Immortal coming from Astrea as well. Goblin loses his Observer though, which is annoying.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. But with the Adept Shades, I guess you still have that vision in a way.
Yeah, it's just not as reliable, not as permanent.
Yeah.
Goblin reinforcing with a lot of Adepts. He's getting another Observer. He's going to wait for that before he goes. I like that he's using his Prism to just go and pick up the units, the reinforcements. Yeah,
he has 4 Immortals right now versus the 2 of Astrea. That's absolutely massive.
Astrea's third will be popping in about 15-20 seconds. A bit less than that actually, because he's chronoing it, yeah. But this is a lot of Adepts. I think Goblin could go for this, and I think that's going to be his plan.
The wall, though. The Immortal having to walk around a long way here, and a lot of the forces of Astrea already being picked off before it arrives in the battle. And I think Goblin may have done it in his final match here. Ropes are being pulled, a final hurrah of the people. Can he still do this?
Zealots come in. That prison for Goblin survived on 11 health for so long. Now there are a lot of shield batteries and they all get unpowered, and that is going to be it. Goblin takes the series 5-4. I just rewound the game for no reason.
Back to the start. Let's do it again.
9 more maps.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Back to King's Cove.
To Goblin. Yeah, again. Goblin wins 70% of the $75 plus the Matcherino funding for this. So a nice chunk of change for him. He'll be feeling really good about that. Congratulations. Astrea still gets to take some monies home. Well played, boys.
Yeah, wasn't all for nothing. Luckily for him.
We'll support all the players here.
Exactly.
So that is it for us today, guys. We've done everything we need to do. We have our winner in Goblin. Played really well. Great map picks, Caster. Thanks. Right. I have a friend request from Goblin on an A.
There you go.
So yeah, do you have any? Let's do some final shout outs, Kozan. First of all, I'll do mine. I think you guys should all go follow Kozan on Twitter. You can see it down there,
man.
at really Kozan, ReallyKozan. That's Kozan.
I need more followers, indeed.
He does need more followers. I've been very lucky to gain like 800 in the last couple of weeks. So if any of you are here, go follow Kozan. He casts for Alpha. He does a lot. He deserves it. He's doing a great job. My shout outs, I want to shout out myself. I want to shout
Thanks,
out
buddy.
just myself. I'm feeling good.
Just yourself?
Just
You
myself.
want me to shout out you? Or?
Nah.
No?
You shout out whoever you want.
Right, well, I want to just shout out, well, I don't know, I can...
All the Alpha guys.
All right, let's start it with Alpha X, exactly. Yeah. So, Alpha X, Sushi, of course, thank you for hosting, administrating the tournament for us and setting up so much stuff for us to cast as well. It is an absolute joy for me to be able to help out in this way. Fast as well, unfortunately, he's sick. We hope that he gets better soon. The players, thank you so much for participating with this event. It's very much appreciated as well.
Not Goblin.
We had some... We're not Goblin. All right. Well, he did give us some amazing matches, some nice proxies there. And, of course, Grant, thank you so much for, being being the official caster here. I was the co-host this time.
Yeah,
and,
I'm always around.
Yeah.
I will be
much
doing...
appreciate it, man.
If
Great
you guys
job.
have come from my Twitter, I'll be doing more and more Alpha stuff. Alpha are where I sort of started earlier this year. When I started really casting a lot, so I'll always work for Alpha. I'm never going to go anywhere, even if I do more major events. Talking of that, keep an eye out on my Twitter because I will be able to announce stuff very soon. You will still be seeing me on stage in the not too distant future, but I can't say what just yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Hiccup.
All right. I think that's it. Maybe the sponsors too. They are pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
Just go check them out. GameStop and 24-Hour Fitness. Amazing guys,
as well.
Helping out esports. Matcherino too, of course.
Incredible. Just got a new round of funding as well, Matcherino. Congratulations to them.
Nice.
They're smashing it, crushing it. Cool. I think that's all. We will see you next time. I think there's more Alpha Pro Series. We're at 103, 104 will be coming. We usually do a couple of weeks, so keep an eye out on Twitter, Liquipedia, all of that jazz. And we will see you next time. Have fun. Goodbye. I love you. Sleep well.
See you.